Bib Fortuna on the table for this KRV Tactical Doodle in attendance. What's up?
Sometimes I just rummage around in that bin and find some of the weirdest things. Can you believe this is a kid's toy?
No, I can't.
This is an action figure.
Terrifying.
Like a kid in 1983 asked his mom, begged her, Mom, can we get him? Come on, I got the job at the hut, but I need his Mayor Domo. Look at how cool. Look. Granted, we are missing some of the original accessories. Like, I think he had a thing of puka shells or something that originally came with him, but this is pretty close.
Look at that
look at his
sculpt.
face. He's got like a turkey neck, like a Balchinian or something. He's got that terrifying stare.
MIB reference thrown in from TD. Nice. Yeah, they nailed the sculpt on this from Return of the Jedi. I mean, it looks just like the dude who played him. The pink eyes. The look of consternation or constipation, as the case may be. Oh my goodness. And I think he might make that face. Here's your transition, by the way.
I've been looking at it for so long.
In the face of some of the pricing on higher end tactical blades, sometimes from Zero Tolerance. And that's what we're reviewing now, believe it or not, introing with Bib. What's this guy's name again?
That's Bosk.
Bosk.
He hunts Wookiees.
He's out here hanging out. Let's see if he'll stand up. Oh, he does.
He does.
All right. KRV, getting serious now. Not really. Zero Tolerance, 0393, Hinder Design. TD, what do you think about the look straight off? Because, you know, ignore Bib Fortuna's expression. He doesn't like anything, but do you like it?
I think it's handsome.
Will you stand up? There you go. I do too. Yeah, I do too. It's a titanium frame, captured liner lock. Frame lock really, but it's captured by the G10 scales on the side. Good looking blade. So it's built in the United States. It's not a foreign produced blade. We've brought some knives to table like the Wee brand that are going for over $200 if I'm remembering right. And my warning to the Chinese manufacturers is, hey, great job on the original designs, but if you outprice yourself, guys aren't going to buy it. The charm in buying a Chinese produced knife is high quality, oftentimes great design. And I think I got one here to show y'all. But again, it's got to be high value, otherwise we're not interested.
Because we know it doesn't cost nearly as much to make a knife over there.
That is correct.
The money has to go somewhere, and if you're paying the same amount for a Chinese knife, I can't imagine you're paying the hourly workers all that money.
Well, this is not a great representation because this is a very high value. This is a Kaiser Vanguard Series Damen, and TD and I just reviewed this. This is like a $45 knife though. So this is the perfect formula for a knife enthusiast. So super high value. I think this is a VG10 blade. Or yeah, VG10. They make some of them in D2. And great. But when you go over like $200, not interested. This one is, I think, kind of in a sweet spot of value, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got a 20 CV blade. If you care, that's a particle metallurgy style of blade. I haven't used it a lot still. I know I've said that in some other KRVs. There's so many blade steels, and I find that they all dull quick enough when I get serious about cutting. That's why I use a utility knife. As briefed. This blade style is called a harpoon grind or spanto grind.
Spanto.
Spanto?
I don't know what that means.
It's unusual. It's got kind of a, it looks to be a sharpened swedge. It is not. It's a false swedge, but it has a really unique and faceted look to it. It's two-tone. Black on the flat sides, which will be awesome for consistent angle sharpeners like the Edge Pro Apex, which TMP Patrons are asking me about all the time. And they say, hey, have you found anything better? Are you using anything else to sharpen your knives? The answer is no.
I'm sure there's something better, but we aren't going out and finding it.
Better is debatable, but if a system works for me and I've paid for it, I'm not really motivated to go find something else.
And we aren't all that excited about it, like shopping for sharpeners.
Correct.
I don't look online and go, dude, could I get another sharpener?
Right.
That's like finding a new replacement for WD-40 in your garage. No, I just want a task done. And
speaking of WD-40, now you've opened up a can of worms because guys are like, you should never use WD-40. You know that discussion we've had? Actually, we use WD-40 for all types of things. Where I don't need a super, high, I should say ultra expensive lubricant I use WD-40. For instance, cleaning the stainless steel muffler tips on my car.
I use it. Yeah, I use it for rusty crap around the farm all the time. I'm not paying a bunch of money for anything higher end.
You heard right, boys and girls. TD lives on a farm. Tell them super quick on what animals you have out there.
Mostly mules. I had some goats for a while. Mules, chickens, like 32. I think we ballooned to 50 chickens a while back.
And he has German Shepherd guard dogs, which basically will eat cats and birds.
Yeah.
True or false?
Yep. 3 shepherds right now. If you count the barn cats they kill almost weekly, then
it's down in Arizona, y'all.
Too.
There you go. So yeah, I have a farmer in the family. His name is TacticalDoodle. Oh yeah, we're reviewing a knife, I guess.
Oh yeah.
CPM 20CV, excellent steel. It's super sharp out of box. I like the striations on the grind. Again, the two-tone is beautiful, I think. It is a caged ball bearing deployment system. The detent is very strong on this. Almost too strong because, of course, it'll wear in with some use. But I find I got to put a lot of force behind it. And once I do, it comes out quickly. 2 stop pins right there. Not really thumb studs. They're a little bit too shallow for that, but they will nest into the titanium frame, providing lockup. There's your timing right up in here. Doesn't need a stabilizer disc because, again, the G10 scales prevents it from being hyperextended as you unlock it. There's a steel insert, as you can see, on the lock bar. Really beautiful color blue they had. Really, I just love this color. It's just super cool.
Titanium, isn't it?
Affirmative.
That's pretty cool.
Excuse me, still working my cough. But the titanium, like aluminum, will take a different coloration every time. So between batches, it may be different.
Yeah.
The manufacturer will tell you that. Well, we want this color, and it turned out a little bit different. Microtech says that too. So that's a blade. Lockup is superb. We have a single-sided Torx right up in here, which is cool. Deep finger choil right here. The feel in hand is comfortable. Of course, I have gloves on. I've been running gloves for a while. Feels decent. There is some attempt at gimping right here, but it ain't so good. It's just too shallow. It's not raised. It's too blocky.
It's part of that hinder design. Big, chunky, squared off.
Yeah, and TD's not a super hinder fan overall.
I like the first time I saw a design of his, I was like, all right, cool. But after like the 12th, I'm kind of like, I get it.
Well, a lot of the designers repeat their same design language. Ken Onion does that. Yeah. And the 0561 I think I reviewed. Great knife. I think it took off on like the XM18. I'm just going off memory right here. But I don't think you dug that one so much. We actually sold that one. We bought it, sold it. We buy and sell all the time. In fact, we didn't have a ton of frame locks to bring to table. How did he turn around? Did I bump him?
Smacked him.
He deserved it. So I had to go fishing in our inventory. This is a Bradley Alias knife. A really nice blade. And I'm showing it to you because, one, it's super cool still. Beautiful drop point blade, titanium frame lock. It's got that penis clip on it, which is unfortunate. This is a first production run, and this is S30 steel. But we're talking about jimping right now. We jokingly call it gimping. This one's awesome. But on the 0393, not so much. Now let's look at a little detail. I'm laughing because us watch and knife guys, and by the way, my watch for tonight is just going to blow your mind. We probably won't believe I'm wearing it. This is called a Guankin. It is a Nomos glass shoot, if I'm saying that right. Kind of knockoff. So it's got a functional power reserve, automatic movement. It's accurate. It's beautiful. It's got iridescent blue dial, silver hands. So when I review this, if I review this, I'm going to talk a lot about the details.
Yeah.
We talk a lot about details. Otherwise, what else are we going to discuss? And one of the details on a flipper blade is how they did the flipper. And this one has some sharp transitions on it. Basically a 90-degree angle right here. Sharpness here. You could sand it, but it's such a beautiful knife. Would you want to do that?
Yeah.
Probably not. Let me show you a good flipper design. Speaking of a Chinese-produced blade, and I've shown this a lot, but I like it a lot. It's a Ferrum Forge Crux. This is a mass drop version. Use my code below. I'll probably post it. It might come alive again because this thing is so popular. I think they've brought it back twice since I've reviewed it. 4.2 ounces titanium frame lock. But look at the flipper on this one, TD.
Yeah.
How that's milled and chamfered.
Nice and beveled.
And we're talking details. This is, come on now. Look, they even ran a radius all the way down in the front choil. How sick is that?
Is nice.
This is that kind of Spartan bronze coloration they had. That's one of our frame locks we got. Now the handle, we said, feels pretty good. There's really no hot spots that I can note, although I have not used this knife extensively, and I probably won't because it is a loaner. We have G10 scales on there. What do you think of those?
I actually like them. They aren't too grabby. They aren't really the type to get caught in your pockets. Pretty cozy.
Yeah, and notice under the clip, it's not aggressive, so it'll actually attach to your pants decently.
Yeah.
And while we're there, let's look at that clip because I think it's a complete miss.
Yeah, it didn't super match the knife much.
Well, it doesn't. It's a weird attachment that they would do a 2-screw attachment, and then it's super high carry. Look at how much is going to be protruding from your pocket. It is reversible left to right, I think. They got a cover plate on that other side that you can put it on, but come on. I mean, they put a deep carry clip on there. Those are very popular. I think I took a poll in Safeway the other day, and I just asked people, and they prefer deep carry 9-1.
Although I do think
I made that up, by the way.
I think you can swap it out because I think don't they have hinderer parts that
you
they
can
offer
swap out
some
pretty much every
thing.
clip. But we're just talking out of the box. I hate the clip.
I love a $180 knife that I have to buy extra parts to get it to the point where I like
Produced
it.
in the U.S. too. And then look at how narrow the clip is for tactical pants. So it doesn't have any capability to clip over tactical pants at all. Let me see. My EDC blade today is a Piranha Virus. So, and I don't think this is a perfect clip, but I'd prefer it over that one. And I only have this much sticking out of it right there. So the clip, by the way, I love this knife. It's so cool. Piranha Virus. Link below. BHQ, I think, still carries this in different flavors. It's such a beautiful knife.
If it's in stock, if you see the color you like, buy it while you can.
Isn't that the truth? They all sell out.
Everything except black is sold.
It's gone. We have some milling right here on, again, the gorgeous titanium frame lock of the 0393, zero tolerance. I like this. This actually does provide some traction. For talking philosophy of use, so I don't think traction is good enough on this knife to classify it as a tactical blade. I would say a collectible, pretty much. For me, too big as an EDC blade, usually. But, teach his own. I know a lot of guys that run big knives, like you, for the EDC blades. Don't you say you carry some big blades?
Yeah, I like them. This is about my favorite size, maybe even a little bigger for a primary EDC knife.
There you go. So we get to the point, would we buy it? I'm going to weigh in with a no. I don't like the pocket clip. I do like the blade, but it doesn't attract me so much that I'm like, oh, that thing is just amazing.
Yeah, it does look super cool.
It is cool. It seems more like a show knife than a user knife is the kind of overall flavor I get. Because it is layered here. While the handle I think is comfortable, it's not going to be as comfortable as a well-designed... God, I wish I had another knife. I don't have it. Well, whatever, tactical folding knife. But it's still a decent price for a U.S. produced, really premium steel equipped titanium frame lock. Decent. If you like it, pull the trigger on it. What does Bib say about that?
He thinks it's all right.
Yeah, he's still grimacing. We're done. See ya.